Hello and welcome back to Inquisitor Martyr. Last time we finished off the Discordant Choir priority assignment, and this time we will do Faith Undone. Informants in the higher echelons of the Administratum report that a new heretical dogma is spreading amongst the planetary nobility. It is a subtle and corrosive form of sedition which, on the surface, seems to conform to the basic tenets of the Imperial Creed. These teachings contain neither anti-imperial sentiments nor the worship of chaos, but if left unchecked, they could very well develop into both. Analysis of orbital pick feeds, detected a heretical tribe, blah blah blah. Go flatten them. Okay. Since the planetary aristocracy is involved, we have to approach the matter very carefully. A wrong move might cause a lot of short-term damage. Introduce a fake relic, infiltrate the aristocracy, or arrest small-time creatures. I feel like that one's gonna fail. That one's just gonna spook them. This one's not gonna work, so we're gonna go with the relic anyways. Such convoluted play was doubtful to yield strong results. Worse, the appearance of the relic caused a conflict between two ecclesiarchy sub-factions, even leading to a brawl amongst the officials. Thankfully, some intel did trickle down from local investigative assets, giving us some more to go on. Analysis of the gathered intel shows the dogma was conceived only recently, yet it has spread with alarming speed. Closer inspection yielded even more troublesome conclusions. Some phrases in its wording may hide psychoactive properties, which would certainly account for the speed of its growth. Several secret societies tied to the heretical dogma have been identified among the ranks of the aristocracy. You are to destroy one such group by eliminating the ringleaders. The Coven is currently gathering in a secluded mansion, which is a perfect location for a precision strike.
Strategic targets located in the area. With a surgical strike, we can break their chain of command and harvest valuable data.
Alright. Okay, so we just gotta eliminate guys. That's not too difficult. I ran into a trap. That's what happens when I'm not paying attention.
Precious blood.
I really should start making some of my gear. I keep sitting here. Well, I think part of it is these missions aren't really high difficulty, so they're not paying out as well. But I feel like I need to start making some stuff. Even though a lot of the gear is still... Oh. It's still within kind of like its, I guess, age gap, where it's not too old of gear to be useless, but it's not good. But I think that falls mostly on general quality. So I haven't seen any anything new for this game. So I'm starting to think they might be working on maybe a sequel, or the devs are just working on something else. But I don't know, they might have kind of just shifted towards focusing more on the seasonal stuff. At least for now. Because, I mean, there wasn't seasonal content until, what, beginning of this year? Maybe a little earlier than that. Because we're still only sitting on Season 2. I do wonder what they're doing with all the seasonal stuff, because it feels kind of moot to add like these warp breaches if they're just going to be this season and then disappear. Or last season they had a buff that made you like explode enemies or do AoE damage, and then there's the like weapon shard you could equip. Or I guess it's an Archaeotech shard, but nothing ever really came of it. It came out, but I feel like that's something that should probably, you know, keep producing and like release as something that you can just find. And then the event is just kind of early access to it and kind of a temporary exclusivity. Because otherwise these things are, one, really dependent on you keeping the character around, so you don't want to do hardcore with any of them. And two, I just don't like the idea of spending time making something only to make it temporary. I see that in a lot of games, even when it's just like selling cosmetics. They'll go, oh, you know, this is available for 3 weeks, and then it's never available again. I'm thinking, why'd you spend the time making this? I get it, you can create FOMO and drive people in, but at the same time that also feels kind of dumb, because if someone starts late and they're interested in that thing, but the availability for that is past, then you just lost money. Or in this case, for this game it'd be, you know, playtime. While you have that item or whatever that keeps someone interested, if you keep them around so that they can grind for it, if you're really big on the metrics, you can still show that to investors. But what do I know?
Teleport beacon in range.
We'll unveil the rest of this corner, just because I want to see that. You know, might as well show every corner, get all the kills and XP I can, even if it's minimal XP. That is definitely a spot you can spawn people, but not one I would have suggested. Wait, is this whole room a gas trap, or... I think that was the game just kind of goofing, because there's no gas in here. Whatever, I'll take it. Can almost headshot an Ogren in one shot. That's not bad. little disappointing that I couldn't do it, but also impressive, because as we've seen, the sniper rifle is not really a direct damage sniper rifle. I gotta say, I do love this gun, though. This is the kind of stuff I wish they would have added to Destiny. You know, have different categories of sniper so that you can actually kind of build out and have debuffs instead of like 3 debuffs and that's it. And if they actually had their game balanced. I forgot to mention this when I was recording last, but it turns out you can get an exclusive miniature through the Warhammer Plus streaming thing. Looks like it's a Vindicare assassin in a tower, or like standing in a somewhat blasted ruin of a statue. And I was like, that's cool, but you have to be signed up for at least a year, I think. Which also makes sense, but you know, like I said last time about it, I just feel like doing a streaming service is kind of a bad idea. You know, not enough content, realistically not enough money put into the idea to justify it. And from what I can tell, it's not like they have some big draw. You know, you don't have like something on the same tier as Netflix's adaptation and essentially animated version of Castlevania. If they had something of that caliber, okay, I'd be a bit more cool with it because you got something really good. Everything I've seen is kind of meh. I mean, the way people have put it is they effectively strong-armed the guy who did the Astartes video, or videos, here on YouTube. Because if he didn't join them, there's a good chance Games Workshop would just be like, we're DMCing your stuff. You have a Patreon, you're making money off our intellectual property, get that. Which really sucks. But I haven't seen a lot of complaints past that. I don't even know if it's fully active yet. I'm not buying into it, so that's mostly because I think we're hitting the time of not needing any more streaming services. We're hitting a degree where it's just one after the other, and we've effectively reinvented cable packages. The only difference is everything's available on demand.
Target acquired.
The seditionist group has been eliminated. Surviving members have either fled or they are in Ordo custody. We finally have ample confessions to prosecute the case. Information gathered at the mansion revealed that the teachings are broadcast by unsanctioned Vox stations. But that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you're new, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.